हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल द सोलफुल डायरी। आज के वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे W.B. Yeats की पोम लेडा एंड द स्वान के बारे में। वीडियो को स्टार्ट करने से पहले कुछ क्वेश्चंस रिकॉल कर लेते हैं W.B. Yeats के बारे में। W.B. Yeats was a seminal figure in which literary movement? Modernist. Yeats was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in which year? 1923. Which country was Yeats from? Ireland. Yeats is well known for his prose or poetry. Poetry. What is the famous theme in Yeats' works? Irish mythology and folklore. What is the central idea of Easter 1916? An Irish uprising against British rule, which personal relationship greatly influenced Yeats' poetry and life. His unrecruited love for Maud Gonye, in which poem Yeats described the aging process and his readiness to continue his creative work. Sailing to Byzantium. How many of you got all the correct answers? Let's move forward and discuss the poem Leda and the Swan. पोम को इंडेप्थ जानने से पहले जान लेते हैं उसके कुछ की फीचर्स. इट इज़ अ सोनेट प्रेजेंट in his collection The Tower. The poem explores the Greek myth of Leda, seduced by Zeus as a swan, the king of Greek gods and goddesses living on Mount Olympus. Zeus and Jupiter appeared to Leda in the form of a swan and made love to her. Out of this contact, a superhuman Zeus and a human woman Leda were born the great heroes and heroines who created Athenian civilization and whose exploits have been narrated in the Homeric epics. The poet narrates the story vividly, dramatically, and with almost a dantesque concentration. A big bird, a swan with great wings, has been represented as giving a sudden and staggering blow to the girl, Leda, bathing naked in the pond. The poem presents how an immortal god mated with a mortal girl. The event proved a fateful one as it sets in motion a whole chain of events. The girls gave birth to Helen, and the result was the Trojan War and the burning of the roof and topless towers of Troy. She also gave birth to Clytemnestra, and the result was the tragedy of Agamemnon. Clytemnestra was the queen of Agamemnon, but she got so angry with him that she, with the help of his children, killed her own husband. The 14-line poem is divided into 3 quatrains and a couplet. Stanza 1. A sudden blow. The great wings beating still above the staggering girl, her thighs cast by the dark webs, her nape caught in his bill. He holds her helpless breast upon his breast. It narrates dramatically, vividly, and with almost a Dante-like concentration the story of mating a common girl and god while the former was bathing naked in a stream. Zeus, in the form of a big bird swan, is represented as giving a sudden and staggering blow to the girl Leda, bathing naked in the pool. The bird fluttering over her, caressing her thighs, holding her nape or the neck with her beak, and pressing her helpless breast upon his chest. Stanza 2. How can those terrified vague fingers push the feathered glory from her loosening thighs? And how can body let in that white rush but feel the strange heart beating where it lies? Thus, the helplessness of the delicate and beautiful maiden Leda being subjected to sexual exploitation by the swan or Jupiter, the poet says that the naked bathing girl was incapable to save herself from the mating by Jupiter in the form of swan. Her fingers of the hands were delicate and weak, and she was terrified enough so she found herself unable to push off the big white bird with lots of feathers. She became passionate and took interest in the act and cooperated with Jupiter. Stanza 3. A shudder in the loins engenders there the broken wall, the burning roof and tower, and Agamemnon dead, being so caught up, so mastered by the brood blood of the air. It brings the conclusion between Leda and Jupiter. They both felt a shudder. Thus a god mated with the mortal, an event proved a fateful one as it sets in motion a whole chain of events. In the due course, the girl gave birth to Helen, who in turn became the cause of the Trojan War, the burning of the and tower of Troy, and also of the destruction of the big wall around Troy. Leda gave birth to a girl named Clytemnestra, who caused the tragedy of Agamemnon. Agamemnon was the leader of the forces which defeated and destroyed Troy. Later, on his return from the war to his country, Mycenae in Argos, Agamemnon was killed by his own wife, Clytemnestra, who was also the daughter of Leda and Zeus. Stanza 4 or the couplet. Did she put on his knowledge with his power before the indifferent bee could let her drop? The couplet concludes the poem with a rhetorical question. The poet wants to know if Leda imbibed the knowledge with the physical power of the god Zeus after the sexual act when the no longer interested beak of the swan released the neck of the girl. Poetic devices, metaphors and simile. The term breast is used as a metaphor to represent the feelings the woman has. Alliteration and assonance. By the dark webs her rape caught in his bill. Irony. One of the most ironic elements in the poem is the fact that the narrator does not criticize the swan even though what he had done was abhorring and cruel. Allusions. One of the main allusions in the poem is the idea that the swan raped the young woman. This is alluded through the description of the woman and through the description of her fear. Metonymy and synecdoche. The term feather is used as a general term to make reference to the lack of regret the swan felt when abusing the young woman. Personification. Her helpless breast. Hyperbole. So mastered by the brood blood of the air. Onomatopoeia. The great wings beating silently. थैंक यू आई होप आज की वीडियो आपको पसंद आई अगर अच्छी एंड इन्फॉर्मेटिव लगी तो लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल हमें कमेंट करके बताइए आप आने वाले वीडियोस किस टॉपिक पर देखना चाहते हैं मिलते हैं कल एक और इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियो के साथ शाम 4 बजे